The ninth and the 10th commandment. I really believe today, if they were written, there would only be 9 commandments. And there's a reason for that. And we'll go through that here in just a moment. But the ninth commandment is this: you shall not covet your neighbor's house. Now, let's go to the 10th commandment. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or his manservant, or his maidservant, or his cattle, or anything that is your neighbor's. The reason I think there would only be 10 today is because in our society, it's not your wife was a belonging then. They were part of your possessions, and they're going into servants and slaves here. We don't do that. I think it would just say don't covet anything. You're not to covet anything that your neighbor has. Now, what is coveting? And how do you know if you're coveting? Well, coveting is a great desire to have something that you don't have. Nothing wrong with wanting something, but it's wanting it so bad that you're willing to get it by hook or crook. You will do anything. It's one thing to say, you know what, I would like to buy a Cadillac. Well, that's fine. Go out, work, and maybe it's going to take years, and maybe one day you'll make enough money you can actually go out and buy your Cadillac or a Mercedes or something like that. It's a whole nother thing to say, you know what, I want that thing, and I'm going down to the Cadillac dealer, and I'm going to break the glass out of one and take it. That's coveting. That's how bad it is. You'll do anything. Now, the thing about coveting is, and the reason it is placed in the ninth and the 10th position in the commandments is this: how do anybody know that you're coveting unless you told them? They don't. But the coveting, and people think, well, there's nothing to this. No, this actually is the beginning of all sin. If you want to know what leads to lies, what leads to murders, what leads to adultery, what leads to stealing, and all these things that we have talked about is coveting. Where does everything start? It starts right here between the two ears. And people let things fester and grow. And this is God's way of saying, let's stop it right here. Let's stop it in between the ears, in the mind. Yes, you might want something. Go out and work for it. But to covet it and desire it so bad that you will do anything for it. Now, here's the thing. We're to protect our neighbor's property. We're not to want anything that our neighbor has. You know, there's nothing to say, hey, my neighbor's got a really nice tractor, a really nice car, I would like to have one. But again, it's another thing to covet it so bad you will do anything to take it away from your neighbor. That's what coveting truly is. So we need to stop things before they ever start, right up in the mind, because nobody but you and God would know if you're coveting. And I pray today that this helps you to understand the commandments better, and I hope that this has been a good refresher course for each and every one of you.